Hello. Today we're going to be rapping to Mulberry Street. Let's do this.
When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Martha, keep your eyes up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales, stop turning minnows into whales. Now what can I say when I get home today? All the way to school and all the way back. I've looked and I've kept careful track. But all that I've noticed, except my feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. That's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon drawn by a horse. That can't be my story, that's only a start. I'll say that the zebra was pulling that cart, and that's the story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart just so tame. That's the story that really be better to hear if the driver saw was a charioteer. The gold and the blue chariots, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra is too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet, and he'd look mighty smart on Mulberry Street.
Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and a sleigh. Say anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say even Jane could think of that. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in its eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on the throne. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant, that's something strange. Say that makes a story that nobody can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know, it still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But he looks simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind. The man sits and listens. He's hitched on behind. But now is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet all those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy for one load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two at least.
But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, that will be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick. To guide them through where the traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulberry himself at the lead. The mayor is there with the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. The mayor is there and he thinks it's grand. He raises his hat as they dash by the stand. That's a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With the roar of its motor and airplane that fuse, and it dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. That makes a story that's really not bad, but it really could be better. Suppose that I have a Chinese man who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No more time, I'm almost home. Swing around the corner and dash up the gate. I ran up the steps and I simply feel great. But Dad said quite calmly, just drop your stool and tell me what sights you've seen on the way home from school. There was just so much to tell, I couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled up his chin. He frowned at me sternly. There from his seat was there nothing to look at, nobody could greet. Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, like a pointing horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street.
Thank you, everybody.